What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken...
So, what can you do with the drunken sailor? What can you do with Excel? There is so much you can do with Excel that it's sometimes overwhelming. There are so many features and functions. You can enter numbers and total them across and down and make it look pretty. You can store information in multiple worksheets in the same spreadsheet so it's all nicely categorized. You can add additional columns or rows or type data all over the place in pretty much free form anywhere as long as you stay in a cell. You can paste pictures and they just kind of float around and stick wherever you put them. You can create charts to explain your data graphically. You can create and fill in timesheets. You can use it for project planning. You can write Visual Basic code that can be used for macros and other extended features. In fact, what you can do with Excel is pretty much up to your imagination. What if you don't have an imagination, though? Imagine that! In that case, you can use pre-built templates to do stuff. When you choose File New, you will see tons of templates you can choose from. From a wedding budget, to a family budget, to a profit-loss statement. See what I did there? However, there are even more that you can search for. At the top are just some suggestions, and I'm going to select the calculator. There are so many, many more, and on the right you can see just how many. You can also pick a topic like weight loss and get templates for that. I like the calorie amortization schedule, but I'm saddened to learn it will take me 23 months to get to my ideal weight. You can do so much with Excel, as long as you understand that just because it's versatile and you can make it work doesn't mean it's the right tool for any job. Some folks use Excel as a database. Indeed, it's fine for storing data, but when the amounts of data get larger, Excel becomes unwieldy. Plus, it's hard joining fields across multiple tables. Tip: use Access for that. Some folks use it for team project planning and send it around to the team via email. The trouble is, you don't know who has the most recent version. In that case, it would be better if using Excel to store it on SharePoint, because of the integration between Excel and SharePoint, or in fact, even use SharePoint instead for planning so that there's one central repository, one golden copy. So don't underestimate what you can do with Excel, but on the other hand, don't overestimate either. It can do a lot, but know your needs and future requirements and simultaneously know what Excel can and can't do. Yeah, I'm asking a lot. There's a computer term called scalability, which means increasing the amount of data that is being used by the software or hardware. If a product is scalable, it means that you can give it more and more data, and it will still work fine. If you create a spreadsheet that can handle 1,000 orders, what happens if you have 10,000? Will it still work? Will it slow to a crawl? What happens with 1,000,000? Now, your situation may not increase to that extent, or at least you don't think it will. So what you're creating will work. But don't forget about scalability when you create your spreadsheet. When you first create something, you may not know how big it will get, but if it's successful and others like it, usage may increase and Excel may not be able to handle it. And a lot of time may be wasted first creating the solution with Excel, then trying to make it work at high scalability, and eventually it might all have to be scrapped and a new product written because suddenly it's a business critical need. The point is, know what you can do with Excel, and know what your needs are, but don't exceed its limitations or else you may run into problems. Though this sounds daunting, by using Excel you will learn what you can do with it, and think of all other kinds of things it's good for. Then you will know what to do with the drunken sailor.